You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for freezing rain, ice, and snow that could cause slippery road conditions. The Weather Service predicts snow accumulations of up to 1 inch, which is very little, but we could see up to 1/10 of an inch of ice on untreated surfaces. Motorists are advised to expect slippery road conditions and use caution while traveling. The wintry mix is expected to last until around midnight to 1 a.m. early Tuesday morning. High-speed internet's on its way to students, businesses, and residents across the Commonwealth. Governor Tom Wolf signed House Bill 2071 into law to establish the Pennsylvania Broadband Development Authority, effective immediately. Under the bill, the authority will be responsible for creating a statewide plan to connect rural and other underserved Pennsylvania communities to the rest of the world through the internet. The authority would also be in charge of managing $100 million from the federal government, which will go toward the construction of new towers, lines, and broadband equipment, and other uses in line with federal law and guidance. The authority will dissolve in 10 years, or when all available federal funds have been exhausted. A man spent Christmas behind bars after threatening to kill several families earlier this month in Pine Grove Township. State police at Schuylkill Haven were called for a burglary in progress around 6:30 p.m. back on December 15th. Once on scene, troopers learned that 32-year-old Bradley Kepley attempted to break into a home on Pleasant Valley Road. When he couldn't, he forced his way into a neighboring home and threatened to kill a family of 3 inside. He then fled and forced his way into a third residence, where he threatened to kill someone inside there as well. Kepley was charged with burglary, criminal trespass, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, aggravated assault, simple assault, and vandalism. He was arraigned and locked up in Schuylkill County Prison on $100,000 straight cash bail. Shots were fired outside of a bar early Christmas morning in Mahanoy City. Police were called around 4 Christmas morning to the 100 block of East Center Street outside of Our Music 21 Hookah Lounge after an unknown person fired 2 shots into the air and fled the scene. No injuries were reported, but 1 person was taken into custody after refusing to cooperate with police. The search of a hotel room Wednesday led to multiple drug-related charges against a man and woman in Moosic. Police took Kevin Nowakowski of Wilkes-Barre into custody for having narcotics and drug paraphernalia on his person during a traffic stop Wednesday. Police later executed a search warrant on a room at the Hampton Inn, where he was staying with Jolene Woznicki. There, police found 34 grams of crystal meth, 25 grams of raw fentanyl, 25 grams of marijuana, 55 assorted pills, and over $800 in U.S. currency. Woznicki was then taken into custody as well. Both were charged with intent to deliver a controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia, and possession of a small amount of marijuana. State police at Vrackville have released details on Thursday afternoon's fatal crash along Route 309 in Rush Township. The crash occurred just before 3 Thursday as 46-year-old Carter Davison of Tamaqua was traveling south in a Subaru Outback along Route 309. At the same time, 33-year-old Adam Guzman of Hazleton was traveling north in a Ram 2500 heavy-duty pickup truck. Davison made a left at the intersection of East Main Street and traveled directly into the path of Guzman's pickup truck. Davison was wearing a seatbelt but suffered fatal injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene by the Schuylkill County Deputy Coroner. Meanwhile, Guzman and his passenger, 39-year-old Johnny Hernandez of Hazleton, were both transported to the hospital with injuries. Clark Griswold was kidnapped from the Berwick Boulevard, and organizers are offering a $500 reward. The mannequin depicting the character from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation vanished between Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. Clark was last seen wearing a hockey jersey, and although he was bolted in place, someone pulled him loose. The Forge Pub and Eatery is offering $500 cash for anyone who gives police information leading to Clark's return. and the arrest of the person who took him. Whoever stole the mannequin can, however, bring it back to the Jingle Hall at 237 West 11th Street, no questions asked. Starting today, U.S. passport book fees will increase by $20 for all customers. A first-time or replacement adult passport will now cost $165. Travelers under 16 will pay $135, and passport renewals will cost $130. The State Department says it now possesses applications in 8 to 11 weeks. Governor Tom Wolf and the State Insurance Department teamed up to put an end to surprise medical billing for the start of 2022. Wyln's Mackenzie Ocker has the details.
Governor Tom Wolf, along with the Pennsylvania Insurance Department and stakeholders, recently celebrated the upcoming implementation of the Federal No Surprises Act, which takes effect on January 1st, 2022. This act protects patients from receiving surprise medical bills.
Starting January 1st, you are not responsible for surprise medical bills. This law provides necessary protections for Pennsylvanians, and this will bring some peace of mind to anyone who needs medical care.
When a patient receives out-of-network care from a provider that is outside their network that was not chosen by them, results in a surprise bill. Patients can receive surprise bills in emergency and non-emergency situations.
Pennsylvanians know they are no longer going to be responsible for surprise medical bills. Medical emergencies, surgeries, major medical procedures are stressful enough on their own.
Patients will be protected by the No Surprises Act for those that have coverage through their employer, penny, or an individual market health insurance company. Programs such as Medicare, Medicaid, CHIP, and TRICARE do not apply under the No Surprise Act since balanced billing protections are already included. It also does not apply for those who have short-term or other limited benefit coverage.
You should not get surprise medical bills, but if you do get one, you're not responsible for paying it. Instead, you should report it to the insurance department and let them help.
For more information and questions on the No Surprises Act or to file a complaint for receiving a surprise bill on or after January 1st, head to insurance.pa.gov/no-surprises or call 1-877-881-6388. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Mackenzie Ocker.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Coming up on Wyln News, more on 2 Christmas miracle pet rescues. Plus, the Red Cross needs your help. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the Wyln Weather Kits. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old, and it's gonna rain out. Bye.
We want your child to be our Wyln Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on Wyln News and Wyln social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the Wyln News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
One family in Luzerne County had a brand new SUV with an engine that truly purred. A family traveling along Route 115 in Bear Creek Township heard a kitten crying on their Sunday morning drive. After 1.5 hours of careful work taking apart the new SUV, the Bear Creek Township Fire Department was able to save the kitten trapped inside the engine compartment. According to the department, the family ended up deciding to keep the kitten. And over in Columbia County, a puppy was rescued thanks to the efforts of the Bloomsburg Fire Department. A 6-month-old golden retriever named Luna took off from her owners Joel and Faith Unger toward the Mifflinville Bridge after the family's wooden porch deck collapsed around 11 Christmas morning on Old Berwick Road. The pup then swam approximately 100 yards across the river to an island, and her family spent the better part of an hour searching near their home before hearing her barking out from the island. A rescue was coordinated by Columbia County's Emergency Dispatch Center with the Bloomsburg Fire Department and its new 20-foot water rescue boat. In the end, Luna was successfully secured and brought back across to her family safely. During the season of giving, consider donating your blood to the American Red Cross. The American Red Cross put out the call this Christmas Eve urging blood donors to give as the blood supply hits historic lows and continues to decrease. According to the Red Cross, about 40% of the nation's blood supply comes from Red Cross donors. However, fewer donors come to blood drives during the Christmas season, due in part to holiday get-togethers, school breaks, and winter weather. Free long-sleeve t-shirts will be offered to those who donate through January 2nd, and anyone who donates in January will have a chance to win a trip to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, a home theater package, or a $500 e-gift card. Donors can schedule appointments using the Red Cross Blood Donor app by visiting redcrossblood.org or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. Coming up on Hometown's News Choice, we've got Disney on Ice and Community in You. Plus, who's leading the way again this week? Stay with us and find out. But first, season's greetings from Dennis Gantz.
Hi, my name is Dennis Gantz, Director of Pre-Hospital Emergency Medical Services with Lehigh Valley Health Network, and I just want to wish everyone a safe, happy, and healthy holiday season.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Jura's Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in 610 North Broad Street, West Hazelton, 570-454-7229.
All of us at WYLN TV 35 would like to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all our viewers.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman on WYLN TV 35. Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
We all need a midweek pick-me-up, and WYLN TV 35 is your home for good news on Wednesdays. All our good news stories will be printed in the WYLN TV Penny's Classified Good News Bulletin, distributed throughout the community and digitally posted on WYLN News Facebook page and on our website. If you have good news to share, contact us to be featured in our special Good News edition. Good events, good people, good jobs, all good news.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. I'm Julia Wiegand, and today we have a very special treat. Today, via Zoom, we have Jacob Marsh and Taylor Steele, who are both skaters with Disney on Ice. First of all, how are the two of you doing?
Doing pretty well, thanks, yeah.
Good to hear. So today, obviously we won't give too many spoilers, but Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic is going to be at Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza in Wilkes-Barre from January 6th to the 9th. Tell us what you can about the two of you, your part in Disney on Ice, and how it feels to skate.
Yeah, we're really excited to be back and bringing this show. And we have a really exciting segment where we fly from an aerial silk 10 or 15 feet above the ice. So it's a really thrilling adventure where we get to escape from the tower and explore together.
Obviously, the pandemic definitely put a halt to a lot of events that people could go to. So what's the feeling like right now being able to return with obviously safety measures in place, but return to a place like Mohegan Sun Arena and bring something like Disney on Ice into the Magic to the community?
It's a little overwhelming, but it's also, we're so grateful. We're Canadian, so we've been home for the pandemic back in Canada, and we've been off since February of 2020. So for us to bring Into the Magic back to Wilkes-Barre and to bring it back to families all over the US and all over the world is a huge thing for us, because we've been on this show I've been on it for 6 years and Jacob's been on it for 8. So being able to bring this show and our love for this show to other families and for the children and for the adults and grandparents and everyone else to experience it, it's a wonderful feeling, and we're just so grateful to be back and to share our love of the sport with everyone. So.
And speaking of that love for the sport, can the two of you tell us a little bit about yourselves? You said you were with Disney on Ice for 6 years, but obviously skating goes way past that.
That's right, yeah. We've both been skating pretty much our entire lives, and leading up to doing this, we were both competitive skaters back in Canada, and we came to Disney on Ice, and we've had great fun doing this and bringing it to audiences all over the world.
So how can everyone that wants to get tickets, how should they go about doing that?
DisneyOnIce.com is a great place to go, and you can find all the information about the shows in your city and all of the procedures that are going as far as safety and everything as well.
Now, can you give us a little preview sneak peek about what Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic is about?
All right, so Into the Magic, we bring our favorite stories to life. So we're talking about our Disney heroines and our favorite characters. So we have Belle, we have Miguel from Coco, we have Rapunzel and Flynn and Maximus from our Tangled segment. We have Cinderella and Prince Charming,
Elsa and Anna.
Yeah, of course, Elsa and Anna and Moana. So our heroines are in on their adventures, and we get to tell the stories for everyone. So you get to see your favorite characters brought to life.
Now, is there anything else that you would like our viewers and our audience to either understand about Disney on Ice Into the Magic, just like an overall message to the public?
That it's a show for everyone. It's not just about all the princesses. It's a show for the entire family, little girls, little boys. Like, of course, we have Flynn Rider, but we have Maximus, we have Miguel, we have something for everyone. We have some of the more classic stories and some of the more modern stories. So it's not just a show for a specific audience, it's for everyone. So grandparents, like parents, like little children, everyone. Like it's for the whole family and for the whole group.
Well, I want to thank you two so much for being able to Zoom us and squeeze us into your busy schedules ahead of the performances to give a little preview about your performance and get the people coming.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We're working hard getting everything ready, so we can't wait to be there.
All right, and thank you everybody watching out there. Remember, Disney on Ice Presents Into the Magic will be at Mohegan Sun Arena at Casey Plaza from January 6th to the 9th. You can find the performance times online, and you can also purchase your tickets at DisneyOnIce.com or Ticketmaster.com, or you could visit the NBT box office at Mohegan Sun Arena for those tickets. So that's it for this Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Hey everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, tune in, Tara and Kathy, mother and daughter, are going to tell their story about how chiropractic got rid of her migraines, helps her scoliosis, and she doesn't need a hip replacement. So tune in, see what chiropractic's all about.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
At 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
WYLN's going behind the scenes to learn more about the lives and goals of our local leaders. So, Paul D'Angelo is leading the way again to kick off this week's series.
CEO of Mission Autism Clinics, Paul D'Angelo, welcome to the show. So why don't we start off before we get into MAC and everything that goes on with MAC. Let's talk about Paul. Tell us about growing up. You're from the area. Can you talk a little bit about just, being a kid and what inspired you and led you up to growing up this way and being Paul now?
Yeah, thanks, Philip, and I appreciate you and WYLN for inviting me on the show today. I grew up in Hazleton. I was born and raised here. My parents were also born and raised here, so we have deep ties to the community, being here for a very long time. We've seen the community go through many changes over the time, and we've always been a family to give back and support our local community. I grew up playing, youth sports and, having friends and playing in the neighborhood, and there's always been a number of, fellow kids of mine and friends of mine that either were dealing with special needs in their family or knew someone that had special needs. Well, we, going back to giving back to the community, we always focused on children being one of the top priorities for our support in the community. Going back to even when I was growing up playing baseball here at Coryell Baseball Field, when they started the Challenger Division, my dad and my uncle actually funded that for many years to help get it off the ground and get to where it is today, and even helped get them to Williamsport and playing the Little League World Series a few years ago. So it's definitely something that's heartwarming to us, and we're very supportive of, is helping children in the community with special needs, and autism falls under that spectrum. So really throughout the years of growing up, just having that foundation of giving back to the community was something that I wanted to continue as I grew up and became an adult. And definitely found a great opportunity and a need in our area for services for children with autism, and felt like it would make a big impact on our local communities.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Folks, we'll continue tomorrow with our next segment, our next question for the day. So thank you and have a good night.
And that's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page, YouTube page, or at WYLNTV.com. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next, right here on WYLN TV.